Need the mics. Need the mics. What's up, everybody?
Hey, fam. Happy
Super Bowl Sunday. All right. In case you didn't realize, we're rooting for the Patriots because the Patriots are best.
Bestest ever. And they're back on top, baby.
So sorry for anybody that's not a Pats fan, but not sorry.
Shout out to all of our New Englanders out there. I know we got New Englanders in the tribe representing today.
And we're early, so we might not have as many people on. We're like an hour earlier than normal. People might not be realizing. They're like,
and we're on time.
Ish. We're only 3 minutes late.
We're 3 minutes in.
Oh my God. That's the closest we've ever been. You look freaking amazing.
He was shook, y'all, this morning when I put on this jersey.
Well, that's because that's all you had on.
Without anything under it.
I was like, whoa.
He always catches me.
Slightly distractive.
Always happens to catch me halfway dressed.
Yeah. I'm blessed that way. Okay, so today, anything we need to go over first before we get into the topic of the day?
We should do some announcements.
What announcements do we have?
Let's see. Well, always, we got to shout out Keto Brains. Mm-hmm. Cheers to the best coffee creamer ever.
Ever.
Yummy, yummy.
She has it right now. I don't. I finished mine already.
I made extra coffee today because we did switch things around, and I'm going to church after this, so I'm trying not to eat. Okay, let's see. Oh, I got something to share.
Uh-oh.
Something came in the mail
came in the mail yesterday.
My new Angel Competition bikini for the Arnold, which is 4 weeks from now. So I'm 4 weeks out to the Arnold ACB fashion show. My new bikini is in here. This is also their new case.
Are you doing a reveal sometime?
I will do a reveal at some point. I got to try it on today, see how it fits. He's very excited about that. So I'm 4 weeks out. I have been slacking on my check-ins.
Keep reminding myself that you're a bikini competitor for you, not for me.
But you get to benefit from it.
I do. Can you give me that tissue?
Yes, I knew you would need one.
I forgot.
I did the mom thing.
I forgot my rag.
Brought some extra tissues. So I'm going to get into my check-ins consistently now.
You missed one because we were traveling.
I missed more than one.
Oh, really? I thought you just missed the traveling one, and then last week
I just went back to look at my last one.
Force you to do it.
And apparently it was January 6th. So it's been a month.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, you've been slacking.
Slacker. I have not really been fully in prep mode mentally.
You have as far as your food is concerned.
I mean, yeah, I guess food and cardio.
Exercise, and you're doing it,
and training, really.
But
I mean, that's my lifestyle.
Right.
Like we talked about.
Well, it is, but you upped it for this.
That's true. But check-ins wise.
So maybe I'll just be your check-in coach.
So you need to be my check-in coach.
I will be your check-in coach. Okay, I have to evaluate your body every week.
You're mainly there to make sure that I do my check-ins.
Okay.
I do get on the scale every day, so I always have I've been doing my progress tracker with all my data, the numbers, but I haven't been doing my posing and my
your video check-ins.
My video and photo physique check-ins. So that's starting back up this week for the final 4 weeks, and I'm actually stepping it up again with nutrition, taking the cut a little bit deeper.
Next level, okay.
Because really my fat macro has been up and down. I've been getting hungry. It's harder and harder for me to cut these days. It's like, we've talked about this before on past episodes of the success trap, right? And anybody who's ever reached a body composition goal before, you know that once you get there, taking it to the next level, there's more of a, is this really worth it to me, that comes up. When things get tough, do I push through this to get to the next level?
Well, why do you want to get to the next level?
Because I don't need to. I don't need to get any leaner. I can live my life here and be happy and healthy.
And that's where we talked about this last week, where the difference between needing to do something and wanting to do something matters.
Yes.
If the only way you can get motivated to do something is because you feel like you need to do it, then you will hit a point where you never progress again because you don't have a desire to go further.
And this is the why, right? Why
Right,
is it
so,
important to me, right? The fashion shows are not really enough of a carrot for me because I don't have to be competitively lean for those.
Right.
So this is like would it be nice to bring a tighter, more conditioned physique to a fashion show stage? Yes, but it's a nice to have. It's not a must do, right? When I'm getting on stage to compete, it's a different level of I need to bring better conditioning. I need to bring a better package. I need to be more competitive if I want to place, right? So that's where I've been with this is when I get hungry, I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat some more rather than, no, we're sticking to the cut no matter what, because I have this goal that I'm working toward.
So that switch.
So that switch,
Okay.
yes, cool. Yes. Because I would like to get on stage at the Arnold in better conditioning than I did last year for the Arnold. And then continue because after that, we've got low carb cruise and we've got my first competition that I'm looking at for the year.
Okay.
So I think I'm 19 weeks out to that show right now.
And we're doing meat stock in May too.
Yes.
Which you want to look good for.
Yes. So I have milestones all year. So yeah, it's time to step it up and get uncomfortable and allow that discomfort.
Right.
I wanted to mention low carb cruise announcement.
Oh yeah.
They have announced the dates. Did they announce the dates?
I don't know. It's just a year. I don't think they announced the dates. Didn't remember seeing the dates. I saw it was just 2027 and the location.
Yes. I'm not sure if there were dates or not. So,
But dates.
Very exciting news. In 2027, the low carb cruise is flying.
The cruise is flying. It's a sailing ship.
It's a flying ship. It's sailing out of the West Coast, out of California, and going to Cabo and Puerto Vallarta. So I am super excited about that.
And a couple other places.
There's another port I don't remember, but all Mexican ports on the west side. So I'm so excited. I haven't been to California in a very long time. My clients out in California have been begging that we do something KBB out there. So I will
Maybe we go a day
that
early.
promise that we go early. And we put together a meetup in Cali. And then highly encourage y'all, my West Coast people, to sign up for Low Carb Cruise 2027.
Do it. Yes. So, yeah, and that's been one of the things, right? There's been a lot of people on the West Coast who are like, I'm not going to Florida.
Well, they have to
or
pay
Texas
a lot more
every
to fly
time there's a cruise,
to the East
right?
Coast,
so this year it's on the West Coast. So if you're on the West Coast, you have no excuse to not come because we're coming to you. We're coming
might be able to drive to the port this time out there. So, and even if you have to fly from Arizona or other parts of California, it will be a lot cheaper for you than flying
cross country. Like it will be for us to go cross country.
Yes.
So okay, cool. So we were kind of looking for topic for today, and
you were the one that got inspired.
I think I got this one today, and I forget exactly. It started with talking about maybe we should do a discussion on how to translate the headlines into what really matter, right? We got all these people out there talking about, fat can cause insulin resistance, or, FGF21 this, or peptide that, or all of these sensationalist, head grabbing, or eye-catching, clickbaity topics that don't get you anywhere. And that's kind of been my focus. One of the things I've been battling on social media lately is trying to call out and help people be aware that just because somebody talks science-y doesn't mean the information they're giving you is helpful. Because it's not. Because you don't need to know about FGF21. You need to figure out how much and what do I need to eat to see progress. Your evaluation, you don't have a way to test FGF21. You don't have a way to test any of these mechanisms that people are talking about. What you can effectively do in your home with your routine and how that impacts your progress is all you have access to. So listening to all of these people talk about these mechanisms and biological factors and all this is bullcrap.
Look, our favorite thing to talk about all the time is context.
Yeah.
None of this matters if it's not the right thing for your context. And most of these gimmicky clickbait headlines have nothing to do or
with anything.
They're so far down the line that it's not something you need to be focused on. But they're...
Some of you guys are just trying to figure out, how do you eat enough food in a day? If you're struggling with, I can't get my protein in, why the hell is anybody worried about FGF21 or any of the other things that we want to talk about? Yeah. Right? Like,
it's
that's
because it sounds
real stuff.
Like this magical fix. That's what happens, right? Yeah. But also, I'm a little exhausted right now by the algorithm, by chasing the algorithm and the things you have to do to get views. I'm so over it. And honestly, this week, the content I've been putting out has been whatever I want to, and it's getting like a third, a quarter right, of my regular views. And I'm like, okay, I don't care.
Well, this is where we struggle.
Because I'm so exhausted with the game.
This is where we struggle from a content creator side of things, because we want to put helpful information out, but helpful information isn't entertaining. So we're not entertaining content. We don't provide entertaining content.
Or you have
and people
content you want to put out that's helpful, but you have to come up with some kind of eye-grabbing first, second statement to put in the front of the reel, or else nobody's going to watch it.
Yeah.
Right? It's a freaking exhausting.
We spend more time trying to find an eye-grabbing or eye-catching caption on the video than what the actual
or
content.
Title of the video, or first or cover photo for it that people will actually pay attention to. Right. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't care right now.
It's just frustrating.
Let's just talk to our people.
So that's literally what I was just saying. Let's just talk to our people. The challenge with that is, and we're totally not talking about what we were going to talk about, but the challenge with that is that when we talk to our people, it seems like it makes it difficult to get more people.
True.
So when we're trying to expand our message,
right,
then it's like, well, we're always talking to the same people
because others aren't going to find it because it's not getting the.
So it's a vicious.
It's not, because we're at the mercy of the algorithm of these platforms.
So this is where the only thing I know of, there's two ways that us as content creators, as coaches first, and this is the distinction. There's only two ways that I can think of as coaches first for us to get our message to a broader group and a broader audience. That's either we start paying for ads, paying for promoting posts to expand the audience, or we ask you guys to share our stuff. And if the best thing that we can do, because it's more organic, it's more authentic, and it means more, is when you guys share our content. So we will ask, and I think we should probably start asking more often.
Yes.
Hey guys, please share this. Change the algorithm so that it starts including our content to people who don't normally see what we do. Because we really want to spread the word, and we really want to help people get out of this cycle of listening to crap that's not helping them.
Yeah.
And that's literally what this is about. There's so much noise, and we want to try to silence that noise, make it easier for people to understand what they can actually do today to make a difference. And that's where this topic comes in, right? Finding a program, finding a coach, and getting the most out of it for you, because that's something that we see. People join programs, they have no idea what they're getting into. And there's a lot of programs that have a lot of promise and don't deliver. we have inadvertently, unintentionally over the past couple of years kind of become, and this is why we named this podcast, video, whatever you want to call it. Part of the reason we named it Keto Rehab is because a lot of the people that we work with and a lot of our audience are coming from programs or coaches that didn't work. And in many cases, set them in the wrong direction.
Oh boy, big time, yep.
So the number of people we have that contact us or that join a program or that we work with that tell us, I did this program or I was in this community or I worked with this person and now I'm totally screwed up. I have no idea what I'm doing. Our job and what we do, what we're really, really good at, I'm gonna tell you this straight up, we are really, really good at helping you get back on track and do the things that are gonna make you move forward. And that's what you want in a coach. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody who's gonna figure out where you are, take everything they possibly can in the context, and then help you figure out what is the things that you need to do, what are the things that you need to do to move forward successfully and keep the success.
And that your next step is likely going to look different than somebody else's next step that might be coming into the exact same coaching relationship. Right? It's not
That's the number one thing. Yep.
Protocol. It's not this is what I did and this will work for everyone else. And that's what's happening with these headlines is, they do this because this is the way we do keto. This is the way I do keto. This is the way, right? This is the right way. And everything's built to make you feel like you're doing things wrong and this is the magic. And this is, if you just do it their way, then all of a sudden you'll get all the results.
Yeah.
And
nothing
works for everyone.
And I want to add some more nuance to that because you can easily get confused by us saying the other ways aren't right, but our way is. And when we say their way, what we're trying to convey is the implementation of specific rules and guidelines that must be followed in order to be in their program.
Right.
Okay. The way we approach it is we want to figure out what those rules and guidelines are for your program. Everybody gets a different package in the things that they're told to do or recommended to do. So there is no, here's an example. Here's how you can tell if what you're looking at or if the direction you're going is different than how we do it. And we're approaching this. I want to also do this and try to do this from here's how we do it, less than everyone else is doing it wrong.
Right.
So when we do it, and what you're going to get with us is who are you? Where are you coming from? What have you tried? Where are you trying to go? What are the challenges you currently have? What have you been successful doing? What has been the hardest part of your journey? How long have you, all of the questions that help us define who you are and what your journey has been like, all right? Then we will work with you to say, okay, these are some of the things that we can do. We could do this, we could do that, we could do this. What do you think you can do now that you can consistently do that isn't going to completely disrupt every aspect of your life that we can build on going forward? That's the next piece.
And it's not a one and done.
And for one person, it may be get to the gym more regularly. For another person, it may be increase your protein. For another person, it may be stop drinking alcohol. It's going to be completely different for every single person.
For you, it might be different next week.
Exactly.
It's not one and done. It's not you come here, here's your program, go have fun.
And that's right.
When it stops working, just try harder. You're not following the program. It's okay, what might we need to tweak?
Yeah.
If you're not following it, if you continuously struggle to follow it, we need to figure out why and what needs to be adjusted so that it's either a better plan for your context right now and your current struggles, or we help you get over the hurdle of why you keep messing up or falling off Yeah.
And that's where we say our way is different because our way is designed and based off of you.
To meet you where you are.
Most other programs, and the way that a lot of coaches and a lot of programs work, is you come in and there is a box that you go from square to square in progression, whether it's working or not.
And a lot of
Right?
you have shared that if it's not working, you get silenced or you get pushed out
Or you just get ignored. You can't complain. You can't ask for help. If it's not within this box of what the person knows, if it's not within the box of the experience that the person who's running the program has had, number one, they don't have an understanding enough of the core concepts and principles to adjust to you. They haven't the experience of how to apply different things to different people. All they know is, as a content creator or as a course developer, I created this box and I'm selling this box. That's what they know, and that's what they can provide. Our box is more like Legos. We build the box around you.
I love that.
Right? We're the Lincoln Logs of coaching. Okay? And if you're old enough to know what Lincoln Logs are, then you're our people. We build it around you. We don't build it first and then try to put you in it.
That's it. That is it.
Right?
100%.
That's how good coaching works. So if you're looking at different programs and this one program is highlighting the thing that they do, right? You know that the person running this is always promoting high fat. This one other program is always promoting high protein. This one program is promoting how do we focus on implementing nutrition with microdosing GLP-1s. How does this program do whatever it may be? If there's a focus, then it's likely not going to work for you long term. It's a system,
right?
Because it's a system, it's a protocol. It is not individualized programming. It is not contextually appropriate for whoever it's being applied to.
And I'd say it's the same thing with training.
Well, that goes into it, right?
It's the same thing with training. So we're talking about the difference between a personal trainer and following some program.
Right. Well, even in this context, if you're getting a coach, the other aspect and the other difference is how holistic and wide-ranging are the recommendations, the options that are being given to you. If I'm going to a program that is touting this focus on nutrition and microdosing GLP-1s, am I getting any information about sleep? Am I getting any information about fitness? Am I getting any information about stress management? Am I getting any practical information about how to manage the things going on in my life so that I can implement the practical aspects of making these changes every day? Likely not, because the focus is this, and that's what we do. The whole goal of this program is to get you to stop eating this and start eating this, or do this more, and there's no consideration of the big picture, which is what we try to focus on.
Coaching is not a program. It's one of my pet peeves, actually.
I like that. Is the word program?
I love y'all.
It's a coaching
but when you
program.
say your program,
it's not a program.
It's not a program.
Coaching is a relationship.
If you join the Keto Bikini Academy, you're not going through a program. You have a training program to follow.
Yep.
That's part of it.
Yep.
That's one tiny piece, right? And this is whenever I hear somebody say, I got this injury, so now I can't train, so I need to leave the academy.
That's one part.
First of all, you don't necessarily need to leave. First of all, there's a lot we can do with a particular injury.
Yeah.
To where you don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater and say, now you can't train at all, you can't do anything physical. And then also, now that you can't train, now the rest of everything else we do in the academy is not valuable to you. So you don't need coaching anymore. You don't need nutrition help anymore.
You don't need the group.
You don't need community support. You don't need habit, behavior change. You don't need mindset. You don't need any of the other stuff because you can't do your upper body days because you injured your shoulder.
Yeah.
That's a mindset thing. And this is the biggest piece of coaching is the mindset and the behavior change and the why you're not taking action on the thing. That's the biggest part of coaching.
And something you just said in my head. The challenge that you, as someone looking for a program, is going to have when we talk in this discussion is not falling for the program or the coach who says their way is the solution. There's a difference. The way we look at it.
So attractive.
And that's why, right? This is the thing. So come into this box. If you come into this box, everything else in your life is going to fit together, except that box doesn't actually fit your life.
Woo!
Okay.
Say that again.
Right? So you can't fit into a box if the box doesn't fit into your life.
And then if it doesn't work for you, you get ostracized because, well, it should work for everyone, and you're just not doing it right. And shut up. We don't want to hear that because that makes us look bad.
But the thing is, you need, and some of you might not want to hear this, but you need to hear it. You don't need a solution. You need help finding your solution.
Yes.
Okay, you guys are looking, not you guys, there are a lot of people out there looking for the answer without being willing to find it for themselves. Because finding it for yourselves is hard. It takes time. It's going to happen over a period of long years of learning and failure and challenge and success and frustration. But that's what's required. And it's not going to be just nutrition. If you think changing your food is going to change your life, it can be a part of it, but it won't be all of it. There's going to be, we saw a video the other day on social media about a coach who was going off on Oprah. Talking about Oprah's
so good.
Giving us, apparently Oprah's now promoting exercise for the first time ever.
Finally.
Right? And she's like, over the past 30 years, Oprah has sold us every single weight loss or fat loss program out there.
Right, it was weight loss.
And she ended up in the gym, which is where she should have been the entire time. If you're not thinking about all of the aspects of what it's going to take, you're going to get stuck. So if you start off looking for a program that's going to give you the answer, you're automatically setting yourself up for a wall, for a plateau, for running into something and being stuck and not knowing where to go from there. And then all of a sudden, here's another part of that. Well, this keto person has this program. I tried that. That program didn't work, so keto is not good for me.
Oh, yeah.
Associate the
out with
entire concept of the ketogenic diet on one program.
Yep.
Right? So when you come work with us, and I say us hyperbolically because I'm not coaching right now. So when you come to the Keto, I'm going to sell Keto Bikini Academy.
I'm happy with that.
When you come to the Keto Bikini Academy, you're going to find a coach who is going to help you identify your solution, a community of women who are all doing things differently the same. And that's what it is.
I love that. Yeah.
Right? They're all doing things differently the same. There is a mindset and an expectation of commitment, effort, facing challenge, showing up, being aware,
showing up imperfectly,
being aware, and being accountable. And being willing to find things that work, identify things that aren't working, and make adjustments and change along the way. Because it is not an overnight thing, right? I think one of the things that is just kind of built into the Keto Bikini Academy is this is a lifetime journey. You will be learning and making mistakes until the day you die.
Woo, yes.
There's no such thing as perfection. There is only the journey. Right? The end, this is something philosophical that I'm coming up with as we speak.
As you do.
The end of the journey begins when you realize there is none.
There is no end. Yes.
The end of the struggle, the end of the do I have to keep doing this, the end of the this is so hard begins when you realize there is no end. So just take another step, put in another day. And that's all we can do.
Yep. I always like to ask, what's the alternative?
Right. What else are you going to do? Give up and then go back to where you were or worse?
Yep.
Because mentally, if you do that, the entire time you do that, you know better.
Yep. Yep. And you're feeling like crap mentally and physically as you do that. It's not what you really want.
It's not. No. All right, we're going to do this because this is awesome. All your ladies are.
They're all showing up and talking about how amazing it is. You got to make a wish.
I don't even need to say it. I already know my wish.
Okay, but now you got to blow the
Where is it?
eyelash. It's right there.
Okay. I'm getting lucky today. Let's see. We got good morning. That was my story. Bubbles. Karen said that was her story as far as coming
100%.
from another program.
She was one of mine who came in, had gained and lost the same 5 pounds over 5 years, and then took it off and kept it off and kept going in the first 5 weeks that she was with us. Because of listening to all of those communities and protocols and influencers.
Juliana says your program shouldn't be a flower, it should be a vine.
With lots of
offshoots weaving back and forth. Okay.
She's such a botanist.
Right. Karen says, I'm never leaving.
I've got my lifers, y'all.
Your training and support got me through a surgery and other life challenges. Juliana says, you coach every coffee chat. You can't turn it off, Bronson.
You're always and forever a coach. And I like what Aaron said. Aaron said, this is not a 12-week challenge.
Right.
Thank you.
Deb says, KBA is the best. And I don't know what it says under there, but and rocking it at age 64. I'm rocking it, maybe? Yeah.
Heck yeah, it never ends. Awesome. Recomp for life, baby.
That's really, so one of the other aspects for you particularly, I kind of wanted to ask you, if I'm interviewing you, and I ask you the question, what does it look like when someone joins KBA?
Oh gosh.
Like, where do you start? Just starting off with somebody new is signing up. What happens? Okay.
First thing, you're going to get a welcome from me, and it's going to outline all of your next steps. And the most important next step is your intake form. You are going to get a very in-depth, I'll never forget a client saying, wow, this actually took a lot for me to fill this out, right? You're going to get a very in-depth questionnaire about where you're coming from, like he talked about earlier. Lots of questions about beyond what's your body composition and what are you eating. It goes into your fitness experience, your food preferences, your health situation, what supplements do you take?
What have you tried in the
challenges,
past?
Yes. What motivates you? I mean, it's a whole lot to understand where you're coming from.
So be prepared. If you're looking for something that's just a quick bing, bang, boom, and then you're in, that's not this.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is and I don't know if you meant to do this, but this is kind of a evaluation point. How much effort is someone going to put into letting me know what's going on with them?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because if they're just going to half-ass this intake form.
Right. If everything's like half, one-word answers.
Right. Then you know, okay, maybe they're not really into this.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, essentially the way I built Keto Bikini Academy is I was a private coach, one-on-one coach for years. And that's all I did. And then 1 year I did a group program. I didn't do another one for another 3 years. And then I started doing group programs again 3 years ago, 2023, I believe, or maybe 2022. And
everything starts with me.
And I had ladies who were like, okay, what do we do next? When the program ended. And I didn't have anything except for one-on-one coaching, which is a premium level, very high financial commitment to work with me one-on-one. And so I said, okay, let's do another program, right? And then that led to, okay, let's open the academy. And I built those programs and I built the academy off of what I do in private coaching. So it's literally private coaching, but in a group environment. And so when you come in, I need to understand who you are. I need to understand where you're coming from. I need to understand all of these things about where you're starting from. I do not give you macros right away. You don't just get dumped into this program that runs like a course where here's what you do first and here's what you do next. And everybody does the exact same thing. In fact, we're actually, right now, we've built out our onboarding process and we continue to make changes all the time based on feedback and what we see that people need. Even if they don't tell us what they need, we can tell. So our onboarding at the moment is a week long. You get this drip of videos that come in so you can understand how we do things in the academy. What's our nutritional philosophy? What are some training principles before you get plugged into a training program?
And then the logistics of how to use the app and all
and
that.
And the biggest thing being, how do you track what you're already doing? Because you're not getting macros assigned until we know what you're already doing. So if you come in and you never track macros, you are not getting macros. And we have women who come in and decide not to do anything because they don't want to track, or they're not ready for that, or I don't know, whatever it might be that's stopping them. And we will come knocking. Hey, I see, have you gotten your nutrition tracking app synced up with our app yet? Do you understand the logistics of it? Do you know how to do it? What can we help you with, right? We have workshops that go in depth on how to track, how to weigh your food, how to measure, all of those things, right? So if you never get to the point where you tell us what you're already eating in the numbers by tracking, we will not just give you macros to start from.
Because
we don't know where you're starting from.
I just thought about something. What makes that different than other programs? Your way is to gather information. All of the box that you have is around gathering data to then apply and help build another box.
Yes.
Other programs. It's
not even a box that we're building.
Well, but you have a framework that you're following. I need this information. I need that information. Right. Here's the tools. Here's the process. Right. We need this. All of this info. Like you said,
you're not coming into something that's pre-existing that we're just running you through a system or a program.
Well, but I'm going to challenge that and say you are, because it's about the program that you have is about getting information. There's a week-long process of getting information. The application of what the person does is what's custom.
Right.
Based off of that information.
Right.
So when we say this is where
follow a predetermined path.
Once you start doing whatever that you're being told to do as the client.
Yes.
That's the difference. When we say our way versus other ways. Our way, the way is get information.
Gathering, discovery. There's a discovery process.
And then figure out how it applies to you.
Yes.
The other ways are, here's what you're going to do. This is what you need to do.
Yeah. And we're actually in the process now.
And that's the difference. One is about getting information. The other one's about telling you what to do.
We're actually in the process now of developing out that 1 week onboarding to being a 1 month onboarding. Because what we see is, and typically we had it that way because when I first started, I was working with a lot of people who had a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience already. And as we've developed, we've attracted more newbies who may not know how to track at all, may not know about macros yet, may not know about keto yet, may not know about training yet. And so we're developing out this month-long onboarding where you can spend a week on mindset and establishing your goals and establishing your why, and then spend a week on nutrition and learning how to track and understanding macros before you dive in. And then a whole week all about training principles and understanding we just filmed, Bronson helped me film a video on how to submit a form check video to us so that we can see how you move and give you feedback on your movement patterns and things of that nature. So it is now going to be built out into a much longer process to get you onboarded. So but that process continues the whole time you're with us. It's every check-in, every Zoom call, in the forums all the time. We have discussion forums inside the app where you can come and bring any questions to us. It's us meeting you where you are and helping you to your very next step. So it's not predetermined next steps for everyone. And the woman next to you in the same forum, on the same call, doing the same check-in, may be doing a very different next step than you are.
Talk about feedback. Because one of the things you do that's very different from any program that I've ever seen is you have a community of women who are they're checking in, they're putting feedback in, and you actually go through and collect all of that feedback and review it. And then every week you're providing some kind of response. Yeah. But the way that you do it that I really like is you do it all together. So you got 40 women who are giving their feedback and you're doing a video that includes responses to everybody. I don't know if you name people specifically.
Yep.
So this person asked this question, here's my response. This person's having this challenge.
Unless, of course, they ask not to be named, in which case I will not.
Keep it generic.
Yep. And either way, I don't give very personal details, right? So if you give me a whole story, then I'm not sharing the whole story. I'm sharing the question so that anybody else who has a similar question will get that answer. And that's
why I was going to bring that up, because some people may not be comfortable asking a question, but because you go over it together,
yes,
there may be people who are like, oh, that is perfectly what I needed to hear. And
what we do in the academy, so the academy, like I said, it's built like group coaching, but it's built like one-on-one coaching, but it's in a group environment. So while myself and my assistant coach, Coach Marie Grace, we both have private clients, some who are members of the academy who add on private coaching, others who come just purchase a private package and work with us one-on-one and don't do a lot of interaction in the academy. But those women also get the video, the replay of my feedback every week. So basically, once a week, I review every single group check-in and pull out, even if you don't know what your questions are. We just talked about this on our Zoom call, by the way, about what if you don't know, because we talked about this last week on Coffee Chat, about when ladies say, well, you can't help me, I just need to figure this out myself. Well, no, I can help you, and that's what I'm here to do. If you're not doing the things, that's what I'm here to help you with more than anything else. Right. I'm not here just to say, woohoo, you did it, good job, keep going, right? That's not a coach, that's a cheerleader. And I'm happy to encourage you and congratulate you when you do crush it. But a lot of the time, there's this tendency to only want to show up when you're crushing it. And so that's a big thing in the academy. We're like, no, show up no matter what, and we will help you crush it. That's the whole point. So,
and that's a little pro tip. As a client or a member of a coaching system, a program, whatever it may be, if you've hired a coach, the most important time for you to show up is when things are hard.
Exactly. If you keep
That's
quitting
why
when it's
you
hard,
hired somebody. If it was easy, you wouldn't need the coach.
Right. It's the exact opposite.
Right?
Why you're cleaning your house when you have your housekeeper coming because you're embarrassed that your house is dirty, but you're paying this person to clean it. Same thing, right? So I read all the check-ins and then I do a feedback video in response to the group check-ins. And this is where, like I said, I will either, if you did have a question or an area for support that you brought up in your check-in, I address those, and then I also review, well, what are the challenges that people are sharing this week? Yeah. What are the insights that people are sharing this week? And if there's something I think somebody else might benefit from, or you might need that you haven't explicitly stated, then I will also offer support on those things. If you have an action plan laid out in your check-in for the week ahead, and I don't agree with it, and I think you're going down the wrong path, I will call you out lovingly and say, no, please don't do what you said you were going to do in your action plan. That is going to crash and burn, I can promise you. Right. Here's a better way to approach it. So I do that the way that I do it with private clients. With private clients, they're getting direct private feedback from me on their check-ins in writing, and then we discuss in the inbox by basically text message support all week long. So I take that same process that I use with private clients and boom, we do it in the group coaching.
Yep.
And that's how that works. And then we do live Zoom calls where you can bring things to the call that you did or did not bring into your check-in, or you can bring it into a forum. You know, I have questions in the forum, and I always encourage, don't wait for the check-in. If you have questions and you have needs, bring it to the forum today.
I'm glad you
bring
said
it to the Zoom call. Don't wait.
Yeah, and following that train of thought, the thing that I think is different about your forum is your community. And this is a bleed off, a progression of the whole idea of you're not trying to fit everybody in a box. Because she's not fitting everybody in a box and the protocol isn't about what you do, it's about getting information, everything's on the table. There is no, that's not what we talk about here.
Yeah.
Right? That's not, don't post a picture of your meal if it has an avocado on it because this is carnivore. It's not, don't talk about this or you can't talk about that. Yep. Everything's on the table because there's all kinds of different people in different places. So you can't have a system that supports individuals if you don't allow individuals to express themselves.
That's it. And we do this
So
disclaimer.
there's no judgment. It's, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. I ate
animal crackers.
I had a bunch of French fries the other day, and I need help getting back on track. Whatever it may be, because it's not, you're not worried about triggering people.
That's what I was about to say.
Right?
We're not, in the academy, we're not a culture of avoid triggers at all costs.
I would say it's the opposite.
And protect everybody else's emotions and make sure that what you say doesn't trigger anybody else. You are not responsible for anybody else's emotions. You are not responsible for how anybody else reacts or responds to what you have to share. You are responsible for you. And I want you to come in fully honest so that we can help you with where you're at.
Yeah.
Let that person worry about what triggers them. And when
we need
not
more of that in general in society.
when you are not afraid of your triggers, you are a stronger, more capable person.
Yeah.
And I don't want our ladies to be afraid to come to a forum because they're afraid of their triggers. This is what I call living life in a straitjacket with padded walls. You are trying to protect and hide yourself from everything rather than getting stronger so that you can handle anything.
Woo!
So we are all about building capacity, one of our favorite
words.
social media
Experts. Rochelle, the capacity expert.
Rochelle, the capacity expert, is always talking about capacity versus
Such
being
a great
afraid of
word.
triggers.
It's such a great word.
I love
Capacity and resilience are probably my two favorite words. Right
Yes, 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 yes. So you can feel free to be fully yourself and not worry about the way you say things. You can use curse words. You know, once again, shout out to my New Englanders. I'm like,
why? Because massholes like to curse?
and New Hampshirites. I got a few of those ladies. Vermont, Connecticut, all my
What are
New
people from
Englanders.
Vermont called? Vermontians?
That seems like it. I don't think that they curse the same though.
No, they don't.
They're
probably more, they're so close to Canada. They're probably more like Canadians.
kind, yes.
Kind and gentle.
Anyways, what else did I feel like there was something else I wanted to say about that. Just, show up as you are. That's how you get real help, real coaching. Show up in your mess.
I think that is the underlying theme of this whole thing.
Do it imperfect, show up imperfect, show up messy.
Yeah, to get the most out of a coaching program, the coaching system, the coach.
It's a relationship.
The relationship.
Coaching relationship.
Yeah, the coaching relationship needs to be something that encourages, allows, and only functions properly. That's the key. It only functions properly when you show up imperfect.
Oof, yes. Yes.
You cannot get coaching if you're trying to do it perfectly and you only show up when you're already doing things right. There's no input the coach has. If you're already doing things right, your coach has no input. You have to show up when things are not going well in order to get the benefit of having a coach.
Boom.
And that's it. And if you're in a boxed in, do this, do that, do this, that's not a coach.
Right. That is a program,
and then the failure,
a protocol, a method.
Right.
It's not coaching.
It's not coaching. There's no relationship there.
And
it's just a process.
I will say, because a lot of these people who've created these things, they offer coaching, but it's within the box.
Right.
They will only coach you.
They will help you
on the things that fit within that program and protocol.
Right. They will help you follow the process.
If the process or something in the process doesn't seem to be working for you, they're not going to try something different with you. Yeah. And that's a problem.
Big problem. All right. Wow. Deb says she loves the jerseys.
Yay!
Karen says we are not a cult.
That's right.
We could make a case for or against that statement. Juliana says we don't talk about Bruno.
Except we do.
Except we do.
That was in reference to the concept of things you're not allowed to say. We don't have that. We talk about Bruno. We talk about all the things.
Karen says you read between our lines and call us out.
InBody says thank you for calling out. Yes.
All right. Has Karen gotten the keto brains?
Yes, and she loves it.
Okay.
She loves her some keto brains. She's getting a little sample packet from me in.
Somebody's listening to us in Costa Rica.
We just wrapped up our Grace and Grind challenge, and these are the little prize goodie bags, including a whole bunch of yummy electrolytes
and protein powders.
Protein powders and all kinds of goodies. And I've got a packet of keto brains in there.
Keto brains.
In case you
Everybody
didn't know,
get you some keto brains.
They do sample packets.
Travel
They
packs.
do travel packs.
Of keto brains and creatine.
Creatine, that's in here too.
Creatine packs, yep. All right, guys, thank you for joining us today. This is the first one we've had under an hour, and I don't know how long.
I want to say we kept it short last week.
Did we?
I thought. We were proud of ourselves.
All right. If you guys have any questions or things you would like us to talk about, please let us know. And again, I will ask, please, please, please share this on YouTube, on Instagram, get it out there. We want to try to expand and grow our audience so that we can get this information out there to people who may be struggling because they don't have the knowledge or the understanding that there's more than one way to do this. And that's really it. Like everybody's being told, do it this way, do it that way. There's no right way. There's just the way that works. Cool. See you guys.